Oh, hello. Hello?
Hello,
Oh, hey. How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Oh, cool. Okay. All right. So which one was the one that you play a lot, Sir? God, every time I look at your name,
Um,
Sir
Sir
Pepsalot.
Pepsalot is
Okay,
my main account,
okay,
and Drunken Pepe is the account that I played ranked on and got
okay,
platinum with.
okay, okay. And
I'll,
then and you mentioned So let's see. Oh, you didn't actually. Oh no, you did say something about like you wanted to um improve on champion. Oh, like you play Valmir, but you're also trying to learn champions like Diana and Oriana.
mhm.
And then you have
Yep.
like a 58% win rate, at Platinum 4. And that's about it. Um,
Yep.
do you have the what game are we looking at today?
Um, Wait, I'll
Yeah,
send you a link.
just send me the link. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll share my screen so you can see what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay. Um, Drunken Pepe is the one that you play a lot, right?
Yep.
Um, so tell me a bit like what do you want to get coaching? What are you trying to what's your goal? Like what are you trying to get out of coaching?
I would want to get better at the game, and just I've been playing a lot with friends that are better than me, and I really want to get to their level of skill. And my
Okay.
decision making isn't really that great,
Okay.
but it's not really bad either.
Mhm.
And laning and wave manipulation is also something I want to work on.
Okay. So hold on, give me so what is their level? Like what do you consider
Um,
their level?
um, they don't really play ranked, but they're pretty good. Um, I have some friends that are platinum, like high
Mhm.
platinum, and some friends that are just plat 4. But I really want to get like better than them. That's yeah.
Okay. Okay, what's your favorite color, by the way? Blue, red,
Um,
pink, yellow, green,
uh,
red.
Red.
Okay, let's go with red.
Yeah.
So let's say their level are pretty good for this scenario would be platinum 4
Hmm.
to diamond 4, right? This is like
Yep.
okay level. So right now you're like here, and
Yep.
then you need to get over here. I think it like what I'm looking at right now, like with the discipline you have, and you're playing like Vladimir. I don't think it's that hard. I can tell you, like we're talking about this because I want you to manage expectations first. Um,
Yep.
because I get like people who come to me who are like silver or gold, and they're like, "Hey, I want to be challenger," and I'm like,
Yep.
well, you gotta go through like a grind, because uh, it's easy to go from like the journey from actually iron to gold is fairly it's slightly difficult, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too hard. Then from gold to diamond, it's actually fairly easy. But from diamond to masters, or grandmasters, it's a bit difficult because everyone is that good, right? Everyone is as good as
Yep.
you are, so the difference maker becomes very narrow. And then from masters to challenger, obviously, it's you need to put in a lot of hard work and consistency.
Yep.
Truly, the best players are very consistent at the game, and that's usually where they are, challenger. But yeah, like I'm getting ahead of myself. I think if you want to go from plat 4 to diamond 4 right now, all you have to do, from what I'm looking at, I think you're doing fairly well, but from what I'm looking at, maybe you're not. See, when I look at like low participation or like low PK, I just think like,
Hmm.
well, you're not fighting enough. But then I think, but well, maybe you're just picking really good fights. That's why you have pretty good KD, and that's a really good sign when you look for players because like they know which fight you want to join.
Yeah.
I do notice like you're taking more electrocute compared to phase rush.
Yeah.
Do you oh, okay, there's like one or two phase rush. Like what
Yeah.
in what cases do you rotate between the both?
Um, when I know that I can one shot the lane opponent,
Hmm.
and I don't need to like be able to escape from ganks.
Okay. Um
Otherwise, I just go phase rush and I play safe. But
okay.
if I want to go really aggressive, I just go electrocute and
Electric
ignite.
electrocute ignite with flash. Okay.
Yep.
Do you watch I assume you watch Elite 500, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day.
Of course he like the day uploads. All right. I think this setup is fine. I think I'm pretty sure like you're following his runes and whatnot. So I think we'll just skip through the whole um rune setup and whatnot. Okay. So do you have any questions before going into the VOD?
um, not really. I I have a question about the small runes, the
The
rune stats.
shorts, yeah.
Yeah. Um, it's not scaling, right? Or
No,
is
it's
it?
not. You get flat.
Okay.
You get flat
Okay.
ability haste if you.
Okay.
That's also what I wanted to bring up was that I I think now it's even more incentivized to go for ability haste because if you're able to stack a lot, especially if you go for transcendence
Yeah.
with with the stat charts of ability haze, and then you get cosmic
Yeah.
drive.
Insight.
Yeah,
Cosmic.
cosmic.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, the item cosmic drive.
Cosmic drive. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the one that gives you
30
30%.
ability haste.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30 ability haste. It's really insane on. I think it's really insane on Vladimir. Um, why would you? Oh, you're playing against Oriana
Yeah. I'm
with
playing
this build.
Orion. Yeah. Yeah. And I also
Um,
started D shield. That's
I think it's a bit overkill if you're going for um against Oriana. I think starting Dishu is fine. But I think it's a bit overkill to go to double up on going for resolve
hmm
because if you think about it, how the lane usually goes is that well, Oriana's gonna shit on you early, right? Because she's just gonna poke you down, um,
hmm
and then you're just gonna get like you need to go for an early base. I think against Oriana, surprisingly, it's fair to say you can go for face rush because if Ori is good, you'll never kill her
Yep.
ideally. But the matchup between Vlad and most mages that has a mana as resource, is that you just want to. I think more so on Oriana is that you want to. You actually want them to hurt you, or use their
Yep.
spells on you.
And then just
Yeah, then you
heal
just
back.
heal up. Yep. So I think you can probably like if you're ever against Oriana again, I think going for phase rush. Like if you're really struggling with sustain, you just suck everything back up. I think Vlad is probably one of the. It's hard if you don't know how to play the matchup
hmm
against Oriana, but I think once you get used to it, it's actually not too bad. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
Okay, cool. Let's watch the. I'll just open up YouTube. It's much easier. Okay. All right. Who are you playing against? It's Cassidon.
Kassadin. Yep. I
YouTube,
had to.
please. Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, I had that problem as well.
Oh, the loading.
This. Yeah.
Okay.
Um. Well, I record with lowkey.gg. So
Okay, that's fine as long as it's doable. Yeah, I don't know
yeah.
why like whenever people like send me their recording, it's always it's struggling to load.
hmm
Okay. You know the funny thing about have you do you know who's like rank one was it for US? Like the Cassidon who built Everforce?
No.
But like well the point I want to make was that the funny thing about going against Cassidon is that sometimes you can just start Cull and you actually just get like level 1 to 3, whatever you can do with them. Um, okay, I think this one you just wouldn't try to dodge. Like if you wanted to if you want to dodge skill shots, I'll try to be much more nitpicky because you're plat 4, right? So you should know
Yeah.
like there are some things I clearly don't need here. Like if you like you know how to get level 2 first, right? You know how to put wards down, or like assuming you should know. But I'll just let you know where
Mhm.
I'm seeing it wrong, and I'll pause it, and I'll let you tell me what's going on before I'll give you my opinion. Okay?
All right. So
Yeah.
here I go get red trinket, so
To get level
or
2.
oracle lens.
Mm-hmm.
No. So I can get so I can clear the ward
Yeah. But
for
do
my
you know you
jungler.
get level
'Cause-
2 if you clear wards like this on the
yeah.
first wave?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I
So you clear this, right? Okay.
mm,
So you get about 30 EXP, and then look,
mhm.
this first wave you'll get level 2. So what you want to do on this first wave is that you okay. I think I should explain this as well. So whenever you're playing League, whichever whatever lane you're going, if you're playing League, with the low key exception of jungle, you want to think about mainly three things, um, and these three things will always apply as long as League is as long as League has minions, has laning phase, and it has champions. Okay, number one, the 1v1 and the 2v2 potential of your lane. Number two, the crowd controls of the game, and well, no, number two is basically the how comfortable you are in laning phase, and number three is crowd control of the game. What I mean by 1v1 is basically who has better range and better abilities in the early levels, or better abilities slash stats in the early game, so they are allowed to push first. It doesn't necessarily mean like who can mechanically beat each other at level 1 with one
Yep.
in the 1v1, because
Mhm.
if you can push first, you can get control of the lane, and if you can get control of the lane, you basically win the 1v1. 2v2
Yep.
is basically the mid lane and jungle added up together, and you need to know how your mid lane works and how your jungler works. Meaning that you need to know, are you early game champion? Can you play against him in the level 1, 2, 3? And is your jungler the same as well? Where can your jungler beat the enemy? Or can your jungler out clear the enemy jungler first, or is it the other way around, or vice versa?
Yep.
These are really important because these will literally win you games in the first five, or like let you have a much easier game in the first 5 minutes. Number two is basically like how comfortable you are. So let's say the best example I can give is that let's say you're playing Pantheon mid and you're against Kassadin. So clearly you know that, well, Kassadin will eventually outscale me, but since I'm Pantheon, I need to shit on him early game. But if you're the Kassadin player, you're fine getting shit on, but not, at least if you're farming, you're fine. So as a Kassadin player, you're very comfortable with just like losing out a bit, but not too much. So you can still scale. But as the Pantheon player, you need to be able to you need to have more initiative in the early to mid game so that you can actually have a decent late game. And you do this by
Yep.
getting dragons, objectives on the map, whatever. Crowd control wise, is basically when you're in any skirmish, any team fight, or even getting ganked, you need to know which abilities you have to avoid. It needs to be in your head.
Yep.
The best example I can give is if the enemy has a Thresh, or Gragas, you need to wait until they either use their hook or body slam before fully committing into a fight. That's
Yep.
basically the whole TLDR. So with all that said, what do you think you should be doing in this lane?
I think I need to wait until I get a like one or two items so I
Mm-hmm.
can run them down.
Okay.
Or yeah,
Okay.
I would think I'm like we're equally scaling.
Mm-hmm.
Like we scale the same amount.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm, yeah.
So let me stop you right there. You have the latter is kind of right, where both of you can equally scale. Both of you are late game monsters. The former part, you need to, again, you can only run them down with their bat, right? as Vladimir.
Yep.
It's really
Mhm.
hard. I wouldn't say it's really hard, but it's slightly difficult if they're playing really safe. If they're full health, they're playing really safe, and if they're getting like any form of defensive items, it's quite difficult to burst them. At least before you get your items.
Yep.
So in this scenario, remember what I said, like the 1v1? You know that you
Mhm.
have range, right? You know your range is here. Kassadin's range is like this. The circle
Yep.
is where they can touch.
Yep.
And you know you want to push out this lane first, correct? Because
Yep.
you have the privilege, I would say, or like the agency to push out the lane because you're range. So what you want to do is you know Kassadin wants to farm. That's basically what
Yep.
Kassadin always wants to do. And in order for you to push this lane, there's two things you can do, and both of them are usually fine. But I prefer the latter. So number one, you can either walk into lane, immediately hit minions first, auto attack minions, and you have
Yep.
to +2 of whatever Kassadin hits. So if Kassadin hits once, you need to hit 3 times. If Kassadin hits twice, you need to hit 4 times. This way,
Okay.
you'll guarantee a push. Or you force a trade early game. The reason why you want to force a trade and the reason why I like this better is because it guarantees the push. And
Yep.
there's no
The
way,
minions are
yeah, the minions will
yeah.
attack you, but your minions will attack his
Back
minions
them.
still,
Yep.
right? And because Kassadin, look at how this is gonna play out. Kassadin knows that minions are low. She's walking by. The reason why you want to attack minions early first, because the minions that you attack first will die first before your ally minions will die. So if the
Yep.
enemy minions die first, you have time to weave in autos. Of course, like when you trade, you obviously still want to farm. Like he should not get those two minions for free without losing HP at all. It seems very little, but the thing about Kassadin and the thing about the nerfs that they did to him was that they basically like shredded his skin, so he basically has no armor. And you
Yep.
need every auto counts, like every auto counts. That's why like it's actually not too bad to start. Like it sounds very troll, but it's actually not too bad to start Ko against Kassadin or even Doran's
Mm.
blade against
Yep.
Kassadin because there's nothing he can do. Uh, and if you ever die
Right.
to that, then it's just your blunder. Yeah, this is
Mhm.
fine. Yeah, like just auto him. You don't care about getting hit by the minions.
Mhm.
If you want
Yeah, I
to
can just
re
heal it back up,
yeah, you can heal it back up, but if you want to do this, pull it to this side. You can pull it backwards, but don't pull it too far backwards, because if you
so they
pull it,
don't go in.
yeah, they don't
Yeah.
collide too hard with you. It's
Yeah.
fine if you want to keep the wave around here, because now he has to walk up further, right?
Okay.
Because the minions will aggro you and they'll get pulled towards deeper into your lane, but you don't want to
Yep.
pull it too deep. Then it just becomes messy. Ideally, you want to push in wave 3, and
So
then
you can get a cheater.
yeah, you can
Yep.
get a cheater, right? Correct. Um, so yeah, like him starting with like fucking dark seal and refuel pots is fucking greedy, like so greedy.
Yeah, I was also really confused
Yep,
on why he did that.
yep. Like again, remember like earlier you took the ward. Look, by
Yeah.
the
I
sixth
got.
minion that it dies, you'll get two.
Yep.
See, you get two here.
Yep.
But there's still 6 minions. And when this happens, what do you think you should do?
I should try to poke him and make him lose some farm
How do you poke him?
behind my minions. So if he wants to try to damage me, he has to take all the minion hits. Or
Um, why not? How about why not just walk up and just stand here, and then he can't do anything, correct? Cause
hmm,
like you're level 2
uh,
now, right? You're level 2 now,
yeah,
and remember
yeah,
your range, right? His
yes,
he, he started W. So if you just stand here, like this works on any champion most of the time against any melee. If you're level 2 and you stand right here, unless you're getting ganked level 2, but that's the only exception. Unless you're getting ganked by like some Xingjiao or J4 or Rek'Sai, whatever, you can just when you hit level 2, you have to walk up.
yep,
The reason
okay,
being is because if you walk up, you guarantee a big wave. It's guaranteed. guaranteed big wave. Cause he can't walk up to tin out the wave, and when it's this big, you can literally do whatever you want in third wave.
Yep. I'm pretty sure I cheater recall in this game.
Yeah, like you're standing way too far now for no reason. Like when you even
Yep.
like when he hits two, you're still standing way too far. You need to be much more aggressive, especially against a Kassadin. Yeah, this is fine. Like this is fine. Just walk up. Yeah, this is fine. Just auto him when he goes for that. Look, the CS is slow. Yeah, just walk up. You don't have to stand this far back. The way to like understand how far you need to stand back is literally know your circles or like know your spacing. This is where you can hit them. This is where they can hit you. Or well, if they have Q, then this is where they can hit you. But even if they Q you, you don't
Yep.
care because you literally don't take damage from a single Q. Um, and you have to go for a trade because when third wave hits, you have to push like crazy.
Yep.
As soon as you can as well.
The stream is a bit laggy for me.
Okay.
It's like really pixelated.
Let me restart. Stop streaming. Is it better? Or is
It
it still?
only happened when the video was playing.
Okay.
So
So is it working now?
yeah, it's better.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So because right now you have to push it in, and if you don't push it in, this is basically what happens. That your wave will kind of get stuck here. Yeah. This
Yeah.
is really bad.
Yeah.
This is really terrible.
And I wanted to ward,
And you
but I
realize,
got
yeah, you have
yep.
the wrong color.
No.
Yeah. So now this becomes awkward because now like he doesn't bleed that hard, and you're in an awkward space where if you base now, it becomes really awkward for you to base because you're gonna lose more minions than you need to.
Mhm.
And again, he doesn't bleed much. The biggest point here is that he doesn't bleed enough. You're not kicking his ass enough early. Uh, and that's really important to winning. Because if you are like doing everything that like I mentioned, he cannot play the game. He actually cannot play the game because this Kassadin is bad. He started Q level 1 against Vladimir. Like holy fuck, that's actually terrible. If he's good, he would actually just get fleet into. That's a pretty good ward. But
Yeah.
why?
I,
What's
yeah.
okay? Go on.
I I watched your warding video,
Mm-hmm.
and you said that it's a pretty defensive ward.
Yeah, it's a defensive ward if you know that you're getting you don't have the early game advantage. It's not a bad
Mhm.
word to put because it defends your Raptors. But I think in this game in particular you don't necessarily have to put it. It's fine. It's fine. It's not terrible. It's just that it's not as useful as it would be in other games as well.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's pushing towards you. This is
So,
great.
so here I missed 3 farm by backing, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't, you won't miss any. I think you miss like probably two at best. It's really the small things that really matter. Like now Kassadin is like giga fucked still.
Mhm.
And you can't
I'm
actually do
trying to
anything.
not I'm trying to not damage the wave, so I can try to block it.
You just want to thin it out.
Revenant's getting killed.
Trying to understand why this happened, because I don't think this should happen. I guess the slow was really insane. Oh, it's because of that one minion. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Still fine. Like he can't kill you, so it doesn't matter. You can even tank this whole wave
Yeah.
because he's melee. Like if he's range, it'd be different. If he's range, and look, like you're like basically one or two minions to level 5. You
Yeah.
can tank this wave, hold a freeze, and he like Kassadin can never play the game. He
Mhm.
can't kill like if he's range. If he is ranged, let's say if he's something like Syndra, then they can stand here and harass you while you tank. But because
Yeah.
Kassadin just blow every cooldown he has, he can't do anything. He can walk
Yeah.
up to you, then you would just pull it over here, which you still have like a slight freeze.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, you just use pull if he really tries to walk up. Because if you
Yeah.
hold this freeze, he can't base. If he bases, he loses a whole wave, and then he starts to bleed out from there. It's pretty crucial. But now that like he puts you in, he puts you in, he should base here, and if he doesn't base, what do you think you should do?
He
Yeah,
or
if he doesn't, okay, if he base and he doesn't base, what do you think you should do?
uh, what he should do?
Yeah, what you should do. What
Uh,
you should do.
oh, what?
If he base and if he doesn't base.
If he bases, I think I need to push it out because
Mhm.
the wave is already pushing towards him,
Mhm.
or I can get a slow push ready.
Mhm.
But if he's not basing, I can just farm safely
If
on the
he's
turret.
not if he's not basing, you need to hit him because you have better items. He doesn't.
Okay. Yep.
You need to take advantage of the small leads that you have. Otherwise, your cheater would be useless.
Yep.
The reason why you want to base with cheater is literally to get small advantages.
Yeah.
There's two ways to use those advantages. Either you push out the wave fast, and then you get like the lane priority, or you basically beat the shit out of him, and you force him
Yep.
to stay. You force him to become so low that even if their jungler comes, you just trade 1 for 2, or like none for 2 or 1 for 2. In that, if you're put in that scenario, you basically put yourself in a position where the enemy will always lose whatever move they do. So right now, what this Kassadin is doing is that whatever move that he's gonna do, he's gonna fall behind because he
Yep.
didn't base. And the way that you want him to even fall further behind is that because he didn't base, you want to constantly trade with him.
Yep.
Surprised
Okay.
you took Ghost here as well. I think taking Ignite would be pretty good because if you can kill him in lane, he actually gets destroyed.
Yeah.
He can't actually play the game at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Like every time he's walking up for CS, every time a CS is getting low, you have to walk up to threaten.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what I try to do with most cannon minions,
mhm,
but not necessarily for
the other
just
minions.
casters and melees.
Yeah, you have to do those because it's you. It's the easiest way to look for trading opportunities is literally through CSing. Because think about it this way: if a CS is low or if a minion is low, what is the enemy thinking in their head?
He wants to get them.
Yeah, he
He
wants to
wants to
get
get
them.
the minion
And how do they get them?
by walking up. And
By
if
what?
you poke him, or
Yeah, by
if you poke
walking up
him,
and trying to auto
yeah.
or use an ability on it. And when they do that, they're basically spending a move. When they spend
Hmm.
that move, your move is to counter it by hitting them
Back.
back.
Yeah.
Yep.
So normally, if this would be like any other matchup, I would, and if I had ignite, electrocute, I would just flash on him
Mm-hmm.
because I've played a lot of electrocute fat, and I know
You know the
I kind
exact
of know the
lethal,
limits.
fatal,
Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
lethal. Yep, that's good. I'm pretty
I
sure
seen
Cassidy
literally,
took
so
ignite, right?
yeah, he did.
Yeah. You know where nearly is. Like if you know where nearly is, you can actually just walk through here. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
I saw her on
This is good.
bot side, so
Yeah.
that's why I didn't go too late.
No, you can still go to lane. Like he can't do anything unless you walk into the spear.
Hmm.
Because now
Yep.
you have to push this way. The best thing about this is that even if nearly tries to jump on you, look at where your Warwick is.
Yeah.
This
Hmm.
is a spot where again, like whatever, like at this point, whatever Kassadin does, it will be a bad move. The only bad move that it will come, like the only way that you can have a bad move or like a misplay is that you fuck up. But if you don't
Yep.
fuck up, Kassadin will always fuck up, always.
Yep. Okay.
Uh, but like yeah, like in this case where the lane state is like this, you have to push it because now If Nearly is smart, or even Nearly is not smart,
Jesus.
as long as she doesn't touch the wave, you're
Yeah,
giving Casten free CS for no reason.
yeah. But I thought um that I didn't want to go to lane because Nidalee was there, and I didn't have my pool for like another 10 seconds, and don't I don't really trust my junglers to help me.
You don't have to trust your you don't have to trust you don't have to trust your junglers. You just need to. How do you die? How do you die from Nearly in this scenario?
Um, so I'm.
You're like 40% health. Nearly's
Mhm.
level 5 to level 6, close to 7. Okay. Let's say even if your Warwick was not here. Okay. Let's say if Warwick's not here and it's just this Nearly. All right. How do you die to her? How would you die to her if you were to die to her? This is important.
I I do not know.
You would have to walk into a spear, right? That's the only way.
Yep,
Like
yep,
you either have to walk into a spear, or you walk into her Kruger form range.
yep,
That's
yeah,
the
and then she
only way you
just
die, right? And then
yeah,
she just full combos you and whatever, right?
yep,
But I don't think you do that kind of blunder, right? You know you
yeah,
play Vladimir a lot, and you know like
hmm
the exact damage
yeah,
that you have. So sometimes you need to think about how you can realistically die, and you need to weigh those options and look at your lane state and be like, okay, the only way I can truly get punished here is if A happens or B happens or A plus B
yep,
happens. And if
hmm
those can't happen or those have really low percentage of happening, you need to commit to the play that punishes the enemy the most and rewards you the most. So in this case, it would be going to lane, literally saying, "I have the biggest dick here, can't kill me,
yeah,
and I'm gonna shove the wave in front of your face." That
yeah,
would reward you with a wave pushed in, bouncing back to you, 1.5 wave getting denied towards the Kassadin. You hit level 7, Kassadin would just be level 6, crying to his jungler that it's a jungle gap, and then
yeah,
you just win the game from there. Because
yeah.
now,
So
yeah,
here he doesn't.
yeah.
I was praying that wouldn't want that he wouldn't freeze,
Mhm.
but yeah,
I know he's not freezing. Look, he's trying
yeah,
to push a
he's just
wave.
pushing.
He's actually a bot. Holy shit.
Yeah, the damage is
You don't care
yeah,
because
yeah,
even if he
I
hits
know.
you, you just don't care.
But from this point on, I need to care about my HP and his mana because he has the spellbook, right?
Yeah,
So he can get like 20% of his max mana every level.
yeah,
So
but
he's basically not gonna run out of mana, right? So
not really.
I mean, if he goes in a lot or like
Yeah,
uses his ability to farm,
yeah, because
but
like 20% of 1100 is just 210, 220 at best. Yeah,
mhm,
220.
yeah,
240, I believe. Well, no, it should be 220. But
230, yeah.
yeah, basically like and again like we go through the whole mindset. How do you die to Kassadin? How
Well,
can you die to Kassadin?
he has electrocute and
Yeah, but
ignite.
you would have to be in his face, right? You would have to be in his R range,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah,
You there's a you don't just die to a champion, right? Whenever you die to a
yeah,
champion, they don't just like snap finger and Thanos you, right? It has to
yeah,
happen in a sequence,
yeah.
right? So the way that
Have to.
Kassadin kills you is that one, your empowered Q has to be down, your pool has to be down, you are in his R range, max stack by the way, he has ignite, and you basically don't have ult. Those are like 5 to 6
Yeah,
things that has to happen that he can kill you. And of course, like
yeah,
the sound factor would be that you're very low, you're under level, you have no items, blah blah, all this kind of stuff.
yeah, yeah,
But in this case, the only way you die is that you literally run it.
yeah,
You can take trades. The reason why you're losing trades because he has electrocute.
yeah,
Right? If you have electrocute, trades would be so much different. He would get shit on every time he tries to trade you
yeah.
because you have better items. Okay, So
Yep.
the only way you can realistically die with a realistic percent that could happen is that if you walk up, you go into his R range, you have no empower Q, you have no pool, no ult, blah blah, all that kind of stuff. The factors that I mentioned, like 2 or 3 out of those all of those factors are pretty hard to occur. Are like pretty difficult to occur, where you don't have empowered Q and then you walk up, that's your blunder. If you
Yep.
don't have pool and you walk up, that's also your blunder. Like if you don't have ult, that's out of your control because ult is a long cooldown.
Yep.
So yeah, like now he literally cannot R because max stack R is for 800.
Yep.
So yeah, now he's Giga blundering. Like you're
Yep.
happy that he's like actually trading like this because you know like, oh well, this guy is actually Giga bad. So as long as you farm and you don't blunder too hard, you win. You Giga win. I believe the only reason why he was able to jump out is, yeah, he probably had his stacks reset.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, killing my lane opponent doesn't necessarily mean that you win the game or win the lane. I think farm is like more important, and
Yes and no, but go on.
I I yeah, it's fine by me if I just get the farm and EXP, and he gets like less farm and EXP. Like that's how I think I should win my lane. You don't necessarily need to kill them. You just need to get more farm than them
More
and EXP.
yes, yeah. Most of the time, yes. Farm in solo queue is actually pretty important. Compared to needlessly fighting, because farm is guaranteed.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Wait, what the fuck? How did Cassidy get there? Huh? The fuck?
I think he
Did he
had,
not base? Wait, he has to have not base, right? Like, or am I hallucinating? Oh, yeah, he
I
didn't
think
base. Wow, holy shit.
he didn't base. What?
Okay. Well, I mean, now he's just Giga trolling. Like, you don't even care if your bot lane dies, because now
Yeah,
you just get super fed by yourself.
yeah. I remember that he left lane so much, so I just got like double his farm
Yep. Yeah, you
in
just
like
you just
20
don't care.
minutes.
Like a lot of
Yeah,
people would be like, "Oh well, fuck my lane, cause like I'm shitting on this lane so hard," and now he just roams and get 2 kills. Like it's whatever,
yeah.
cause now the lane
I mean,
becomes kingdom for you.
mhm.
Look, lane just bounces back to you. Okay, what is Kassadin gonna do? Oh hey, I get a kill. Well, whatever, you have like literally a kill in terms of CS, cause you have
Yeah,
20 extra.
yeah,
Now you don't
and
push the
more
wave. Yeah, don't push the
EXP.
wave. You don't even have to queue. You don't have to do anything. Just let the wave come to you. Because you
Yeah.
can tank the wave, so you actually don't have to do anything but last it.
Mm-hmm. Coincidence here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, what is he gonna
And
do?
here I want to. I think he comes back to lane, but I have it frozen. So
Yeah. Now he got screwed.
yeah.
One small little thing is that I'm pretty sure this is just your part of not remembering, but you can swap out the red to yellow in this case. If you're still in lane and you're not planning to roam that much, yellow is much better. Yellow trinket is much better. Yeah,
Yeah.
now you're gonna be like 1.5 levels higher than Kassadin, and Kassadin literally is high rolling, is
Yeah.
rolling for like roams to happen.
Hmm.
Like if
Yeah.
if if
That's
you
what happened. I think that game. He barely spent any time on lane uh, after like 10 minutes.
the ease that you're doing needs to be much more controlled, or yeah, because if
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't have to E that much in lane basically.
Hmm.
Okay, but there's
And
there's a problem with this. It's fine to freeze. Obviously, like you're not freezing it perfectly. That's why like it will
yeah.
randomly push. Um,
Yeah.
but you also have to weigh out the balance of whether can you afford to freeze. If your lanes are losing too hard, you you can freeze, but you also have to be sure that you can carry the later fights. Because
Yeah.
if a lane gets too out of hand, you need to pull pressure back to your lane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Freezing is great, because it literally just denies multiple kills and you get ahead by doing literally nothing. Obviously,
Yeah.
in this case, the best case scenario is for
I
you to
should be
push.
pushing,
Yeah, because
so
it's
I
already
could play
pushing.
things. Yeah.
Exactly. Right. But let's think of another scenario. Let's say the wave is still freezing,
Yeah.
and you see Cassading doing this. Do you think you should push or do you think you should freeze? And why?
Push.
Why?
Push. So I can get playthings as well as farm.
Okay, but what if I say like you can just perma freeze and you can freeze for 3 more waves, and then he'll still be cooked.
But I get less gold from it, and I can wait.
Yeah, but you deny more exp.
Yeah,
So
I can
that's
go roam as
that's
well.
that's the balance, right? Like you have to know between okay, I could permanently freeze, literally not let Kassadin do anything, or I could push this,
Mhm.
get 320 gold, and if no one comes to take this, I still yield the same result. The same result.
Yeah.
In this case, the choice is obvious because your lane is already pushing. No one's literally in your lane, so you don't care. Um,
Yep.
and now you should actually get a base after. You should hard shove this and get a base because you have your
Yep.
mythic item now. Okay, good
Yep.
usage of abilities there.
Sometimes my last hitting is pretty good, but sometimes it's actually like actual shit.
I think it's fine. I think if you're
But,
even more greedy, you can force another wave. But I think basing
mhm.
here is not too
I
bad. Oh, you don't have it yet. Oh, because you didn't.
no.
Because you got Amtome instead of Right. Okay. Okay. That's my bad. I keep
Yeah.
thinking that mythic items are much cheaper, but I think it's because of the build path. They feel more
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah, it's like 3,200.
Yep. The reason why I say like you can force to stay one wave is because you're literally so strong that you can do whatever with the wave and it doesn't matter to the
Hmm.
enemy. Or like it doesn't
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what the enemy does. Because now like with this buy, it becomes slightly awkward that because you don't have your mythic, you don't have a. I won't really call it a power spike, but more of a breaking point where suddenly you just become much stronger. Like obviously your power spike would be Rabadons and Zonias, right?
Hmm.
Like these things don't
Oh
really
yeah.
matter.
Okay. Here I fuck up like really bad. I don't know
Okay,
why, but I just went in.
goes yeah.
I just went in. I don't know why.
Poo poo. Oh, late poo.
Yeah.
Very late poo.
I I don't like even after the fight I was like thinking like, what the fuck did I just do? Why did I do it?
You could do it if you have Proto Belt or Rocket Belt.
Yeah. Hmm. And then just flash out, but uh
I think these are just
yeah,
one of those habits when you play like a champion that much, you have a hard time differentiating whether you're fit or you're not.
yeah, that's yeah. I'm pretty sure I played a game of Vladimir before this.
Mhm.
So like if you play a like super late game champion and you go to and play a new game,
Mhm.
it's like it takes some
And you got
time
to
to
reset.
adjust.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Surprisingly, it's not too bad because the enemy kind of messed up the push here. They can
yeah,
actually get the turret here, but they mess up the hero. I was
like
gonna say like it,
yeah,
it looks really bad, but because they messed up, it's still bad. Don't get me wrong. It's just not
yeah.
as bad that it should be. But because that happened, it's there's also another thing like because that happened, it also screws with your tempo. Because if you
Yeah.
don't die there, and if you just keep it up, the enemy is still giga screwed. Because you
Hmm.
died there and they get platings, it basically resetted the lane. Sorta. You're still a hit because of Cassadin just not farming. Like I don't know what the fuck this Cassadin is on. He's clearly
He's
watching.
playing a skill in champions and it's just
Yeah, he's
roaming
roaming. Yeah, I know,
for
right? It's like fucking insane.
for no reason.
It's actually ill. This guy. Look at him. Holy
I mean,
fuck.
he's doing a lot of damage, but it's yeah,
Yeah, but he can never kill you, and you just heal everything back up. You just literally
hmm,
just do this kind of just do
yeah.
this.
I do this every game.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. What the fuck is
or
look
I
look
I do it with wolves or with
chickens? Yeah, just
chickens. Yeah,
literally. Well, what is the enemy gonna do? And
nothing.
well, yeah, exactly. You can't do jack. And now, like, if
But
he
this is
goes in,
like
oh, okay, look. Like, if he goes in, What is he gonna? Oh, okay. He goes in, you out, then you literally just kill him. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh. Oh. Are you gonna come back in? Oh. 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 Oh.
Okay, he uses his stuff.
Yeah. Shield. Like, hello. Wow. This Kassadin is so good. Amazing. Wow. Okay. Cool.
I don't expect people or players to make these mistakes in
Of
like
course.
higher elo.
Of course you don't. But you should
Yeah,
also not make the similar blunders as well. Because like whenever you're playing against players like these, you have to ask yourself, am I good or is he bad?
yeah, he is really bad.
He's fucking bad.
He's
He doesn't know how to play lane. This guy's playing
yeah,
Kassadin like he's playing Talon.
Katarina. Yeah,
Yeah, and Katarina, yeah, of course. But yeah, okay, like I think I'm getting too ahead of like at this point of the game, what is happening? What
my
should be
team
your
is
assessment?
my team is losing, and I am going to carry, or I have to carry if we want to do anything this game.
Are you sure your team is losing? I'm not seeing
Um,
this. Like I can see 10 and 2-4, but if I'm looking at if I'm looking at the,
um, yeah,
well, I mean your team is inting, your team is kind of trolling, but I
yeah.
don't know if your team is actually in a losing spot because if you look at the map right now, you know Castanet is bot,
We
you
have
know
one.
Queen is bot, you know that you are in a spot where even if anyone comes to your lane, you just run away because you have face rush. And worst case scenario that you just have to blow ghost, but you don't care about that too. Even if Quinn comes to you, you don't care because she can't kill you, unless you giga fuck up.
Yeah,
So yes, you're in a spot where you have to carry, but I don't think your team is in a spot where they're losing because, um, even though your team is quote unquote trolling, it's actually not bad because now, if the enemy is a hit in terms of levels, then the enemy waves will be stronger. So they will actually push. The minions will actually push in. In which case, your team gets to farm for free, and Kassadin can't scale. Um,
yeah,
and if the case is that well, they're just looking for bad fights, then it depends on how the fight goes. Because if they're losing fights because the enemy keeps dogpiling onto them, that means one or two of your laners are getting free farm, and it's not that bad. Yeah, this guy is trolling. Like you just run him down here, actually. Yep.
IQ a minion.
Yep.
IQ a minion, but I still ran him down. Still,
Don't think the flash was necessary, but it secures it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, he just used his ult.
Yep.
Yeah. So if I don't flash immediately and just try to run at him with Ghost, I don't think I would have um like gotten him
Mm-hmm.
because if his ult would have been up, I guess. I think.
Maybe, but
I don't know.
it's
Yeah.
it's close. I don't think you need to. Because I feel like you would catch up with him anyways, because you have Ghost popping and also Face Rush,
Yeah.
and also Proto Belt's movement speed. Um,
Hmm.
but again, Flash, like it's sometimes like like in those scenarios I would just say, well, it's better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
Uh, but in this case, it's actually not too bad for you. 13-5, your lanes are actually still maintaining pressure. Holy fuck, this Kassadin is giga trolling.
Yeah.
You actually don't have to go. Like you don't care. You don't care about the Warwick. You actually do not care.
Oh, I care about the 1K shutdown.
Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then it got stolen by Caitlyn. Yeah. Not stolen, but she
It's,
took the
it's,
kill.
it's still
I would
fair.
have, yeah.
It's still fine because
It's,
go is still go. But the reason why I
yeah,
said
yeah.
like you don't have to care because I value the like at this point of the game you want to start breaking towers and opening up the map.
Hmm.
Because in my like what I think, like, I feel like it's impossible for Warwick to die as long as he keeps running.
Yeah,
And even if he dies, it doesn't matter because Warwick has literally zero go.
yeah.
Yeah, literally, it doesn't matter. The only
I
reason
would
why
have,
like you got the
yeah.
kill here is because your team saw you coming, so they decided to commit to it.
Hmm.
I believe like the better play here is just to take mid turret here. Because if you
Yep.
open up mid lane, you don't have to stay in lane for that much. You don't have to stay in lane as often anymore, and
Yep.
you can rotate much more easier, much more easier because you open up mid. The reason why
Hmm.
like it's really advantageous if you open up mid. Holy fuck, where's my mouse? Holy fuck, my mouse is gone. What the fuck? There it is.
On your second monitor,
Okay,
maybe.
there we go.
Yeah.
The reason why it's very advantageous for you to push mid is that if this is down, you basically control this portion of the
Yep.
map now. And when
Hmm.
that happens, it's really hard for the enemy to play against you, to walk up to farm. Holy fuck, this guy is dead again. Pepe hands.
Nope. And here I die, I think.
Do you know that if you pull, you get movement speed?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like a slight movement speed the moment you pull
Yeah.
down.
That's yeah. I'm. I know. I'm.
Okay.
I'm like I'm losing. I was kind of losing my mind because my team is losing, and like we're behind in kills, and we're behind in. Oh, not really behind in towers, but it feels like we're losing.
Yeah, he flashed. Cause like I was thinking like, well, after he flashed, you can just let him go. Cause you know this will just happen again later on, where he's just gonna pop in like a dumbass and you kill him.
Hmm. Yeah, I
Cause
ghost here to get like a bit further with my E,
pull.
and then maybe Q.
Yeah.
With my Q. Pull. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
pull.
Cause the thing right now is that whenever you're in this scenario where your team is Giga trolling, or like everyone in your team is just an AI, well, while your team is basically one AI on four computers,
Hmm.
um, you have to play it like a you have to basically treat yourself the main character, and you cannot die like this in stupid deaths. Um,
Yep.
because I mean the obvious reason is because well you're the main character. If you die and then the enemy just basically kills your entire team for free.
Yep.
The other reason is because your whole team is blundering. The moment you die, well, it's basically the same thing. The moment you die, your whole team is basically just gonna get destroyed, and you can't control any of it because you're in a gray screen simulator right now. It's very crucial that you keep yourself alive, but you also want to play it to win. You don't want to
They're
play it
trolling
for
here.
KD. Yeah, like this is fine here.
She doesn't get the kill. It's my kill.
It's fine. You want to get every kill that you can.
Yeah,
It's how
yeah,
you carry. Now you just want to get
precisely.
this turret. If he's here, then you just go top, get the farm. You don't care about dragon that much yet. Well, unless it's okay. If it's ocean, then maybe you do care a bit. Because if it's ocean and if it's double down on your healing, then it matters a lot. Okay, go back to lane. Push
Yep.
this base.
See that Riven's going top lane, so
Get your
that's why I didn't
Rabdons.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah, then base.
I don't see anybody on the map. That's why I don't go for the turret. Or I see. Yeah. Now I
Um,
see. I now I do see
even if you
do see
do
people.
see anyone, you want to base still.
Hmm.
You want to base still because you have quite an amount of gold. And now I feel like you're getting very annoyed here. It's like, wow,
Yeah.
fucking
The
Gaston getting free
well,
kills while I'm working my
yeah,
ass off trying to get one stupid kill. That
yeah.
kind of.
And my
Jesus
Warwick was
Christ.
just my my Warwick is like I don't know. I do get like a little tilted sometimes, but
And it's
I really
understandable actually, because like you know what's going on, but you can't control it. That's
yeah.
probably
Like
what tilts
I
you the
can't
most
stop
here.
yeah. I know what they should do. Like all of them should do
It's like
here,
holy
but
fuck, it's so easy in your mind. It's like oh my god, like team, just do
just
this and we win. But
just
your team
just
doesn't see
farm
it.
and fight for dragons and
You
like
know,
split push a bit.
yeah,
Don't fight for like no reason. It's like even if you get them, like it's not worth it
yeah.
if
Like
you die.
now whatever you do, it's not good. It's not bad, but it should be that you base now. Cause now it's weird. Cause now if you base, your team is on the map. And then the only reason why your team dies like this and you're not there is because you base in the weirdest times.
Yeah, I was really shocked
So,
that they
so
won that.
yeah, surprisingly they
But
won that, but if they lost that, it's it's all on you. It's your fault, and it's something that you could have done.
Mhm.
Because it becomes really weird, right? Because now your team is fighting, you just came out of base, and now your team wants the base after this, and now you
Yeah,
basically go back to farming. Basically, quote unquote, you're AFK.
yeah,
You're not AFK where you're in base, but you're AFK and
yeah.
there's nothing
I'm not
much
doing
happening on the
anything.
map. Yeah, like yeah, you're
I,
farming, which is fine. I also think like Banshees is a bit too safe here. I think you can be
yeah,
a bit more
I.
aggressive here.
Mhm.
I still live by the mindset that if you're going Zonias, you shouldn't go Banshees. If you're going
Matches.
Banshees, you should go Zonias, unless
Oh,
you
is that
know.
a thing? Alright.
I I firmly believe that's a thing. I really
Oh,
don't think you should go for both because I feel like
it's too safe.
it's way
Yeah,
too safe and you need the damage.
yeah. Okay.
You're Vladimir, so you already have Poo. You have an init Poo,
Yeah,
that
I just yeah.
avoids damage.
Hmm.
You really want more AP because of how your passive works. This is fine, by the way. Like if you're in bot side, you just want to split and you don't care. Because at least now you're doing something. Can you imagine if this is the case and you're based? Like holy fuck, that's
Yeah,
you're trolling.
yeah, yeah.
You're giga trolling. Like this is fine. This is whatever. Like okay, they get Baron, whatever. Nothing you could have done there. Nothing you could have done there. Not really your fault. Maybe you could have stick with them, but it's not your fault that this happened. They get Baron, whatever. You get turret. The reason why like I think it's not a thing because like well you already have Zonias, right? Why are you getting Banshees for more defense?
Yeah.
Because like to put it bluntly, both Zonias and um, Banshees, Banshees especially is a defensive item. Q, yeah, poo, good poo. Q, don't
I break his ankles here. So
Jesus
uh,
Christ. I think you could do Zonias as well.
yeah,
If you wanted to.
I'll like sometimes I just forget that I have Sonya's in my thing. In my
Cause like if you had double rod here, it wouldn't be this hard. You would just
yeah,
instantly kill both of them.
yeah,
Just
yeah. Okay.
I'm feeling like at this point you're just like giga tilted. You're just like fuck, man, I'm trying so hard to win this
Yeah,
dumbass
I just
game.
don't want to die.
Like
Yeah.
holy fuck, man. Like please just do so. Like I need to not fuck. You're getting overwhelmed by the fact that like oh yeah I need to carry this. Like yeah you do need to carry this, but you also need to take with a clear hit. And I know it's like it's understandable why you're not taking with a clear hit because now you're like oh fuck like should I get this? Should I holy fuck? Should I get a dark seal? Which I don't think you should get a dark seal. Never get a dark seal this late.
Maybe, but for the dragon, maybe if
No,
I
no. If even if you want to get
no.
dragon, I think getting elixir is better because it gives instant value.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Dark seal is like, well, yeah, if I get kills,
If
it's
I
great. If I don't, then it's kind of whatever. It's kind of meh.
yeah
Holy fuck, this nearly just
yeah I was
ran it.
oh yeah
Okay,
yeah
now you just take Drake, or
yeah.
you can fight
My
because
Riven is
yeah,
running it
Riven.
down again
It's
or getting ran down.
EU
Okay.
box trying to or EU Adrian trying to do something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Cast doesn't have vision. Doesn't have
Kassadin level
ult. He's just
13.
gonna ult. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Free dragon.
Yeah, free drag.
Okay. Trying to zone them away.
You can't even out there. And you kill
Yep.
the misfortune.
If I had to electrocute, I could have maybe killed the MF, but that's beside the point.
Yeah. Now, right here, you should actually go bot side. Because Caitlyn's already at mid side.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sonia's poo!
Yes. Yes. I got CC'd. Yeah. I.
Here, you know, what? Okay, Queen's gonna just E. Always, she's always gonna E, right? She's always gonna E, and then you see Rakan um, before you got blinded, right? If you can cast Poo, I'm almost certain you can. If you can cast out, I'm almost certain you can cast Poo. Like I'm
Yeah.
fairly
I'm not.
certain.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I see that. Yeah.
Cause you hear like you were like
I used pool. I used ult, but I
Oh
didn't use
yeah.
pool.
Here, okay. Brief knock up. Or like here, you use pool before you even got knocked up. Oh, you pro rebut first. Oh, just misplay of combos.
Yeah, like I have so many points in Vladimir, and I still miss such easy button inputs. Like my EW, sometimes I just miss them, and
No,
then I
the
die for no reason.
the thing about that is usually the reason why that happens is because you've become so used to habits. Your brain instantly tells you, oh, input this command, EWQR, or like the REW queue into another queue when this
I should pop.
specific situation happens, where realistically you need to be. Oh my god, just fucking rude. Where usually it should be you need to constantly think about what should happen instead.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, like it's understandable because like even for me, I play like a shit ton of Akali and the combos naturally come to me, but there are cases where it should be in another way.
Yeah,
It should be well thought out instead. It shouldn't be autopilot.
I should go bots immediately, right
No,
after this wave.
no. I don't think so. There's nothing to fight for bot. Now you're just trying to
Yeah.
get your Rabadons.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Like you don't care if
Yeah.
one of your teammates dies, because even if they die, um, let's say Seraphine dies here. Let's say Seraphine dies here. Nothing bot to take. Even if they want to go with turret, doesn't matter because it's not inhib turret. Tier 2 turret doesn't matter that much because it's just for economic purposes. If they go
Yeah.
for Baron, you're very happy because now they're getting shredded from Baron and you have free range of your damage going into them when they're trying to do Baron. So this is
Yeah.
actually fine. The thing I'm not fine with is doing this golems here because now you're not pushing up the lane. Because if you push up the lane, at least you're pushing one side lane to threatening to take the next turret. Holy fuck! It's
Yeah.
like your team is actually one guy playing on four computers. Actually, surprisingly, I think you should base here.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know why.
Okay, go on.
Tier two is gone. Like no way I'm saving that.
Tier two is gone. There's no way
Um,
saving that, and
and they're going to Baron. Everybody's dead except me. So that's like free Baron for them, right?
it's also because even if they continue to push in, at best they can just take mid in hit at best. Because if they're taking mid and hit and they want to push, you would definitely have time to come back for the Nexus turrets. Because you don't mid and hit is not valuable at all. Because if it's so think about it this way: if you're going to push mid and hit, and you destroy if you destroy an inhibitor, Mega super immune to push in mid side, right? But because mid lane is such a easily accessible lane, uh, in relative to both Baron and Dragon, it's very
Yeah.
easy to defend in mid side.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
On the side lanes, however, it's much difficult. If you destroy top inhib, Dragon becomes such an more
Yeah.
difficult
Okay.
task for
Yeah.
the team that has a destroyed top
Yeah.
inhib, and vice
Mm-hmm.
versa for Baron. Um, you're
Okay.
actually happy that it destroy mid inhib because now this lane is basically permanently funneling into your team.
Yeah. So it's free gold.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
free
just
gold,
farm safely.
free XP. Then
Yeah.
they have to share XP on the side lane. So you're
Yeah.
actually fine for this. The other reason is like you said, like even if they don't do it, they go to Baron. It's fine because now, well, okay, you save in hit. Baron sucks, but you know your whole team is dead, so you can't really do anything unless you're giga confident. You didn't have banshees, you had void staff or cosmic drive instead and rabdons.
Yeah.
Then sure, go for the 1v5 gameplay.
I I have done that before.
Yeah,
I
I
yeah.
believe you can do it too. Like it's I don't
Uh,
think it's that hard.
yeah.
It's
Last season with Spellbinder, it was way easier.
yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Spellbinder,
Like,
Death Cap, pop at 100 stacks, then you literally just two tap people or even one
yes,
tap people.
that's what I liked about Vladimir. But now it's with new items, it's a bit more difficult.
Uh,
So I mean,
Funnily
the
enough,
you get like this amount of
of
AP that
AP.
I get with 4 items.
Uh-huh.
I would have this with like 2 items, with Deathcap and Spellbinder
Yeah.
last season.
But now I feel
But
like now the thing with Vladimir is that it's so much more accessible to enemies. Where you just pop Proto Belt and you just run at them. Like if you pop Proto Belt here, look, the fucking speed that you get is fucking insane.
yeah. Hmm.
Oh, hey, I'm dead. Oh, wow, whoo.
Yeah.
Okay, good champion. And if you again like the banshees just don't do anything. But yeah, basically like that earlier play, the reason why I'm not okay with the golems that if you go to lane and push it instead, the minions would be up their turrets instead.
Yep.
I actually cannot see my fucking mouse. So
Um.
so yeah, you don't
I,
get damage, but it's whatever because now you can easily access to the enemy backline so much easier than last time. Last time you can still. It's just that you would have to have a lot of stacks on Spellbinder and you need flash, and you always need a flash.
yep. But last season I always took Ghost.
Yeah, I think
Ghost to go in, or Ghost Spellbinder to go in, and then Phase Rush to go out.
yeah. Like, would you believe me if I told you like this game could have easily been carried by you?
It is. It I still win this game.
You go back. Like the blunders that you're doing are basically you're tilted. It's very obvious that I can tell by just the way you click and you're trying to
Yeah.
go
I'm.
where you're going. That you want to do. You're trying to force things, or you're trying to make your team to force things. But then they
Yeah.
just do the literal opposite of what you want them to do.
Yeah. It's really frustrating when you know what you should do in this situation, but your team is just not listening.
Giga in thing. Yeah, I know, but like
Yeah.
the way to counter that, and it's very important that you keep this in mind because this will definitely help you get through diamond. Holy fuck, very bold. I
Yeah.
would actually go
I
in.
that's what.
Yeah, I would go in.
Oh.
You have Zonias. You can't die. How did they like? Okay, remember how did they kill you? Sheer. Okay. Who can kill you?
Wait, go back a bit. Go back, or like go further.
Okay. Now you walk in, right? Okay.
So
Who can kill you here? Yeah,
I
like right
think
here. Who can kill
it.
you here?
Okay, it is true that they don't have a lot of CC. I can see that. Only Rakan, Knockup, and Ult, and Quinn E.
Yeah,
Right.
that's about it.
So if I so Quinn E's on top of me, but that doesn't work because Banshees, and then yeah, actually nobody kills me, but I
Only
yeah
Rakan kills you here because of the
yeah
out and CC and the out and the
yeah
knockup. But then you
yeah
just either flash or you pull Zonias,
mm-hmm,
right?
yep
And you know, obviously you played enough. I presume that you played enough Vladimir games to be able to
yep
be comfortably use your W to dodge skill shots or
yep.
Zonias to dodge skill shots. Like here, I would just actually just hard go in because they can't.
I
You can
I was
never die here.
I was a bit surprised. I didn't really look at map before I went like before I positioned myself, but uh,
Yeah, you're
I,
Giga strong. You're
that's also it's also because I play on locked screen. That's like also one of my things I want to work on, like not play with locked screen.
yeah. I
Because
mean,
if I didn't have locked screen there, I think I would have known that. Like if I saw where I was going, actually no, never mind. It was
um,
all fucking war
the
on minimap, and
the screen matters a bit here because if your screen was posture like here instead, where you're just in the top corner and you can see where
yeah,
they are, it actually helps much more because now you process the information much better. Because if your lock screen is like this, it's only when you like
are fighting.
are
That
fighting then you realize, oh, it's like okay, sure, you pop in, okay, like right about here.
I
If your
see
screen
the
was down,
MF.
yeah, you see the
I see
MF.
MF.
If you go down, and where you
Yeah.
can position. Like, I'm not saying like if you move the screen towards you're in the corner, you will see more. It's just that you can able to because the center of the screen is where everything is happening.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're able to process it much easier.
Yep.
Holy fuck! Like you can't
I
die.
tried to. Yeah. I wait. If you go back there, I tried to pull the Rakan knockup or like Rakan ult
Mhm.
here.
Yeah.
He ulted,
Yeah.
and I was.
And then now you're just scot free. You just go in, kill everyone, and you're good. Oh hey,
Yep.
you won the game, right? Good job, good job, good champion, good
Not
champion.
yet. Not yet. We don't win yet. I think.
I mean, basically at this point, it's like what do you have? Like 3 oceans?
Yeah. 3
So
oceans.
yeah, it's unless you fuck up, you can never
Yeah.
lose this game.
Yeah.
Fucking
But
Cassidy.
if you
Holy
look at
fuck.
scoreboard,
Oh my
if you
god.
look at scoreboard,
Fucking.
I tap, I tab or like tab a lot.
Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Dude, fucking Cassidon has 128 farm. You're level 18.
Okay.
How do you
Okay.
lose? Fucking misfortune's buying fucking on hit misfortune. Holy fuck.
Okay. Okay.
How do you lose?
Right.
Okay, you have 112 Riven. Don't fucking care because she's basically not even in the game.
Yeah.
1 in 10 Seraphine, but you don't care
Hmm.
because as long as she can press R, then you win.
Yeah.
Caitlyn's still doing
That's
fine.
my goal.
Then
Yeah.
your Warwick's just a meat shield. Look at the enemy team. No tanks. Only one reliable CC.
Yeah. Okay.
Hello? Why
Yeah.
Banshees? Why Zonias? Why both?
I, yeah. Okay. I see that now.
Mhm. It's like that's why it's really important that at the start of the game I mentioned like, well, okay, you have to think about 3 things. If you can think about those 3 things, games become so much easier because you have a clear understanding of what will
Yeah.
likely happen in the game.
Hmm.
Okay, enemy has Gragas. All right, he's gonna flash body Sam at some point, so I need to watch out. All right,
Yeah.
enemy has TF. All right, I need to
Point and
be
click
aware.
CS. CC.
Yeah,
So
I
if I
need to
have
be.
point and click CC, I just yeah. Okay.
Yeah, then you just need to just space out. Like say, okay, after their point and click CC is down, let's say, Ramus, what the fucking point and click CC, Leona. Okay, you just saw Leona go in, stun someone. Okay, that's my time to go in.
Yeah. I don't know why I thought I needed
Oh no!
yeah, yeah. I see that now.
You deserve to lose this game. Holy fuck! How do you win? Oh my god!
I completely looked over the item. Yeah,
Okay, I mean now you just take Baron. You wait for them to come. They're gonna blunder. Yep. Pop. Nelly. Oh. Yep. And like Caitlyn all blah blah. You kill everyone in the game and it's done.
yeah.
But it should not be well. It shouldn't take this long. Basically, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
Hmm.
Can't do anything. Hate you, blood sucking vampire,
Yeah.
you. On frown face, sad face. Yeah, but like you can see right, like from this point of the game, laning phase until slightly outside laning phase, there's so much things you can do.
Yeah.
This point where you're just like letting the Kassadin farm and not managing your 1, 2, and third wave,
Hmm.
those things you can fix easily. You just need to keep in mind more. The things that are hard to fix are this point where you have no clue what you're doing. You know what you're doing, but you don't know what's the point of it. It's like
Yeah.
fuck. If I'm pushing this, what's the whole point? If I'm going back, what's the point?
Yep.
Right? Because now you're getting tilted by all of these. Like you're just looking at your teammates, but in reality, you shouldn't really care because at least you're still doing well. And if
Yeah.
if you lose because of these kind of games, you shouldn't feel too frustrated. You should feel frustrated because of these blunders, because of the random deaths in mid. Those are what you should feel frustrated with. And then like
Yeah.
everything past this point is basically just victory for you because now you just become god after getting Rabadons and Zonias.
Hmm.
So yeah, like if I would give you a comment or like give you an opinion on what to work on. It's literally work on your laning phase in terms of punishing the enemy, looking for a
Mhm.
trait. It's fine to like there. I know there are games where if you play Vladimir and they see like your because it's really easy to tell whether your Q is on cooldown or not. It's that your fucking bar will just tell.
Yeah.
And there are cases where you want to walk up to suck and they just back up, and that's fine because then they lose CS.
Yeah.
Right, and then again with mage matchups, you want them to use abilities on you. You burn their mana. If you want to take ignite, literally freeze the wave and wait for a blunder for them. And if they don't,
Yeah.
then you can just take TP in higher MMR games and just literally just out resource them. Then you still win. Um,
Yeah.
you're in platform. I'm sure you have no problem like literally beating the shit out of these people. But yeah, like
Yeah.
work on your laning. Uh, particularly punishing CSs and also like freezing. I think you can work slightly on your freezing and also
Yeah.
your freezing and by extension when to unfreeze. Because you need to you can't permanently freeze, but there are also cases where you can. It all depends on how comfortable you are.
Yeah.
If the enemy is pure early game, sure freeze forever because you just get to the game and you just smash anyways.
Yeah.
Um, and also the whole like looking at teammates, don't not buying the right
Yeah. Yeah.
items, all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Like this is hard to fix because this comes from the mental. These are all just like theory. This is just mental.
Yeah.
Um,
That's also what I have
tilt,
kind of a problem with.
yeah,
Yeah.
tilt
Kind
is
of.
hard to fix
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because tilt varies different from people from to people. But
Like
yeah,
yeah.
go on, no, no, go on. Like,
I, so, like most of the time, I think I know what I'm doing,
mm-hmm.
and then when I make a mistake, I feel really bad because I like I immediately see what I did wrong. Like I know what I did wrong and that I should not do that again. But sometimes I just make the same mistakes over and over again. It's and I don't know.
You sometimes you know what you're doing, but after you make a mistake, you feel extremely frustrated because it becomes much more clearer after the mistakes been
Yeah,
done. Well,
yeah. Like,
hindsight twenty
how could
twenty,
I have
right?
been so stupid? Yeah,
Yeah, hindsight 2020. Um, but the best way I can like help with that is that every time you do a blunder, you need to ask yourself questions. Why did it happen? And usually the blunder doesn't happen in that moment. It happens either 10 seconds before or 2 minutes before, around those times.
yeah,
Like for where's the part where you like flash into them and die?
yeah,
That is like it doesn't just happen because you flash into them. It happens because like you're not thinking 10 seconds before when you're running. The part where your teammate is dying, it doesn't happen because the enemy caught them out. It happens because you go to bot and you wanted to base then.
yeah,
That's like a minute or two before. You have to plan these things out in high MMR games. It sounds like it's very little things, but in reality, it matters a lot because these again, like again, remember like when you're in plat to fucking diamond, it's not that hard. It's slightly difficult, but there are people who are literally shit and still sitting at diamond 4. But when you hit like diamond 2 all the way to like GM and then to masters, it becomes hard because everything you know, everyone else knows. And it just becomes how consistent you are at them when you're
yeah,
hitting to challenger. This is the point where you need to be very, very consistent at what you know. This is the point where people know all of these things, but they don't do enough.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Okay.
also like how you die. Like I think that's really important because if you know how you can die, you can prevent it.
Yeah.
If you don't know how you die, then you always just die like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. I
I
will. Yeah,
I I think I will after a few months I'll probably get another coaching session to
sure.
see how what my mistakes are still.
Sure. I'm willing to bet like
They're-
in a few months you can get at least, at the very least, plat one. Like I'm fairly confident. Because you know what you're fucking up. You just don't know how to stop them.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, oh, I fuck up here because of this. But you just, like, how do I stop this?
Yeah.
And that's it. Yeah, like, I'm fairly certain, like, if you can just slightly adjust that down, to not
Yeah.
get that tilted, then you'll be fine. Like, you get plat one, no problem. 100% guaranteed.
Okay.
But yeah, if you have no questions, I'll cut this video and I'll send it to you when it's done. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Cool. Cool.
All right.
Cool. Yeah.
Thank you so
Good
much.
luck. Yeah. No problem. Happy New Year's and good luck, dude.
Yeah.
See you around.
You too. All right. See